Hey, I'm Brad, and I am an advertising major at the University of West Florida. I chose advertising because I felt like I understood advertising. I had a gut understanding of consumer behavior and I guess creative development and problem solving. So I'd like to work on the creative side, maybe dealing with strategic concepts, trying to solve the problems of these big companies that want to get their name out there and develop their brand. Really just work for who needs help. Typically, in an advertising program, we'd focus on something like strategies and tactics and how to develop the concepts in things like Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator, InDesign, understanding those things. A lot of the classes focus on how to make comprehensive mock-ups of these things in order to show businesses for business plans or to pitch them. We've got a great program that lets us join the NSAC, which is the National Student Advertising Competition. And we get to spend probably 6 months to a year working on this idea, working on branding a brand. And if we win, then the brand actually buys our campaign, and we get big recognition for that. So we can go a long way. There's a lot of internships, professional contacts, real networking, and the people that you're meeting, here in college, you're going to see in the field. So you really are beginning your future today. Probably my favorite part about being in the advertising program is getting to kind of flex my creative muscles and to problem solve. We get different ideas, different perspectives on different brands, different companies that need their specific problem solved. So we have to kind of think outside of the box and not do something that is cliched or derivative. Something that's new and that breaks expectations. You don't want to give them what everyone else is giving them. Instead, solve the problem in a way that other people aren't doing it. So that requires a lot of creative perspective and a lot of personality, I guess. You get to kind of be independent, but work within a team, so your voice really does shine. The hardest part about it is staying on top of trends, because things are changing in advertising. It's a lot like journalism, with the internet and what have you. It's fast-paced. We have to be on top of what's changing, what's going to be the next wave of advertising, a year from now, 2 years from now. And a lot of times, curriculum doesn't keep up with that. So you have to do a lot of study outside to know what's going to make you marketable when you graduate, because a lot of times you are still 2 years behind the curve. So you have to take it upon yourself to remain cutting edge. Before I started the program, I wish people had told me to go ahead and start doing my homework beforehand. Get comfortable with things like Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. Even the other parts of the Adobe suite are important. We don't focus on them as much, but if you're good at them, then that's your skill, that's your talent. You can play around with it. So start thumbnailing, start making stuff up. Even if the first things are not that great, go ahead and play with them, because your workflow improves, and suddenly you're able to spit out your homework in an hour rather than 12 hours. The big deal is that there's a lot of competition. Everybody's out for kind of the same jobs, so it can kind of be a cutthroat environment at times. But a lot of times, if you collaborate with your peers, you really, again, develop like those long-term relationships that they will help you rather than cut you down. Again, you are fighting for some of the world-class competition, and freelance is something that is becoming more and more accepted. So people don't actually hire you, you work on a job-to-job basis. So you have to be top-notch because there's another 1,000 people who can do the job. So you want to be able to give people reasons to hire you. So go ahead and start polishing your skills up now. A lot of people expect that while you're in college, you're going to learn how to do these things. And it's true, but a lot of people let their work suffer because of that. They don't do grade A work or job field work, they do college work. So you get B minuses all the way through, but in the job field, there's no room for B minus. That's bad advertising. You have to be on top. You have to be the best of the best. So go ahead and do your best work while you're in school, before you even enroll in college. Go ahead and start learning how to make world-class work.